Hey everyone, welcome back to the channel. If you've ever looked through your change and thought, this 1 cent could be worth something, you might be right. Today we're counting down the top 5 most valuable United States of America cent coins that are selling for big money in today's coin market. Make sure you watch until the end because the number 1 coin on this list sold for a jaw-dropping amount that could literally change your life, so let's get it started. Top 1, the United States of America 1979 1 cent coin, also known as the 1979 Lincoln penny. And yes, even in bad condition, collectors still search for certain versions of this coin. So is your 1979 penny worth big money today? Let's find out. The American 1 cent coin has featured the portrait of President Abraham Lincoln since 1909. The reverse from 1959 to 2008 carried the Lincoln Memorial, designed by Frank Gasparo. The coin we focus on today, the 1979 Lincoln Memorial cent, belongs to that same long-running series. Key facts: obverse, Abraham Lincoln; reverse, Lincoln Memorial designer, Frank Gasparo; metal composition 95% copper, 5% zinc; weight 3.11 grams. Copper coins from before 1982 are especially popular because of their full copper composition, something modern pennies no longer have. The year 1979 was a massive production year for U.S. pennies. That means most coins are common, but certain varieties still bring value. Mints and production: Philadelphia Mint, no mint mark; 6.0 billion. Denver Mint, 4.1 billion plus. San Francisco Mint, est. Proof coins, only 3.6 million. These huge numbers mean regular circulation 1979 pennies are not rare, especially in bad condition, but there are exceptions. What makes a 1979 penny rare? If your 1979 penny is in bad condition, the chances of huge value are low, but certain varieties can still bring money. Rare or valuable types: 1979 double die obverse, strong doubling on the date and lettering, higher value even in worn condition. 1979 wide AM reverse, very rare. Error, uncommon and highly collectible. Off-center strike errors can be valuable depending on percentage of off-center BIE. Die break error, a small die crack between B and E in Liberty. Bad condition. Examples of these errors can still get interest from collectors. Today's market value, bad condition. So now the big question: what is a 1979 1 cent coin in bad condition worth today? Regular 1979 penny, bad condition value 1 cent to 5 cents. These are extremely common and generally worth only face value. 1979 D penny, bad condition value 1 to 5 cents. 1979 S penny, proof coin but damaged, value 5 to 25 cents. If badly worn, proof coins lose most of their value once damaged, but if your coin has an error, things change. Double die obverse, bad condition value $5 to $20. Off-center error, 5% off, $1 to $3, 10 to 20% off, $5 to $15, 40 to 60% off, $20 to $50. BIE die break error, bad condition value $2 to $10. Wide AM rare reverse, bad condition value $15, $50. So while regular worn coins have low value, error coins can still bring good money. Background and why collectors like 1979 pennies. 1979 is a favorite year for beginners and seasoned collectors because it's a copper penny year. It has several interesting errors. It's part of the classic Lincoln Memorial series. It's inexpensive and easy to collect. Copper pennies also carry melt value interest, although melting them for copper is illegal in the US at the moment. As time goes on, high-quality specimens and rare error varieties may rise in price. Bad condition coins, however, usually will not gain much value unless they have a significant error. So is your 1979 U.S. 1 cent coin in bad condition rare and valuable for regular coins? Not really. But if you spot an error, even a damaged coin can sell for $5 to $50 or more depending on the type. Make sure to check your coin carefully, you might have a hidden treasure. Top 2, the United States of America 1978 1 cent coin, commonly known as the 1978 Lincoln penny. Is this coin rare? Does it have high value in today's market even in bad condition? And what history sits behind it? Stay tuned because today we break it all down. The 1 cent coin has carried the image of Abraham Lincoln since 1909, and in 1978 America was still using the beloved Lincoln Memorial reverse, a design created by Frank Gasparo back in 1959. This coin represents the classic copper era of U.S. pennies, right before the United States switched to copper-plated zinc in 1982. 1978 1 cent coin specifications: obverse, Abraham Lincoln; reverse, Lincoln Memorial designer, Frank Gasparo; metal, 95% copper, 5% zinc; weight, 3.11 grams; diameter, 19 millimeters. Many collectors value pre-1982 pennies because of their full copper composition, giving them a premium feel and long-lasting durability. 1978 was a huge production year for Lincoln pennies, and that plays a big role in the coin's rarity today. Mintage figures: Philadelphia Mint, no mint mark; 5.56 billion. Denver Mint, 4.28 billion total. Over 9.8 billion coins produced. With nearly 10 billion pennies minted, the 1978 dated penny is generally common. Even today you can still find them in pocket change, but collectors love errors, and that's where the value comes in normal condition. No. The regular 1978 penny is not considered rare because so many were produced, but the story changes if your coin includes special features. What collectors look for: mint errors, varieties, like double dies, high-grade or uncirculated examples, striking anomalies since your coin is in bad condition. Its value depends almost entirely on whether it has a notable error. Rare 1978 penny errors. Here are the big errors that can make a 1978 penny valuable, even in bad condition. Double die, obverse doubling on the date or the word liberty. Collectors pay good money. Value, bad condition, $5 to $20. Double die, reverse doubling on 1 cent, or United States of America. Value, bad condition, $8 to $25 off. Center strikes 5% off. Low value, 20 to 40% off. More expensive, 50% or more. Big money. Value, bad condition, 10% off. Center, $5 to $10. 20 to 40% off. Center, $15 to $40. Major off. Center, $40 to $90. BA die break error, a small break between B and E in Liberty, very popular among collectors. Value, bad condition, $3 to $10. Clipped planchet error, a curved chunk missing from the coin. Value, bad condition, $10 to $25. Market value of the 1978 penny, bad condition. Now let's talk about the part everyone wants to know: how much is your 1978 penny worth today in bad condition? Regular 1978 penny, bad condition. Value, 1 cent. Face value, to 5 cents. 1978 D penny, bad condition. Value, 1 to 5 cents. Why so low? Huge mintage, worn copper, has limited collector appeal. Only errors bring real value. Why condition matters in the coin world? Condition is king. Collectors pay huge premiums for uncirculated or high-grade coins. A 1978 penny graded MS67 can sell for $150 to $400, but once the coin is badly worn, details fade, luster disappears, scratches and discoloration appear, and this drops the value dramatically. Background and why collectors still like 1978 pennies. Even though most 1978 pennies are common, collectors still love this coin because it's made of solid copper. It belongs to the classic Memorial series. It's a good entry-level coin for beginners. Many interesting errors exist. It connects to an important period of U.S. history. It's also one of the last stable years before the switch to zinc. Pennies in 1982, making late 70s coins a nostalgic favorite. Will the 1978 penny go up in value? Regular worn coins probably won't, but rare errors and high-grade pieces absolutely can. Collectors expect error coins to rise slowly over time, high-grade copper pennies to become scarcer, full red MS coins to continue gaining value. Bad condition coins, however, remain low unless the coin has an error. So, is the 1978 United States 1-cent coin in bad condition valuable for a regular coin? Not really, but if your coin has a double die, a major off-center strike, a clipped planchet, or a BIE error, then even in worn condition, it can bring $5 to $90 depending on the error. Top 3. The 1977 D Lincoln 1-cent coin. Is this coin rare? Does it have big market value in today's collector world, especially in bad condition? Let's dive into the history, background, errors, and true value of this copper-era penny. The United States 1-cent coin featuring Abraham Lincoln has been in circulation since 1909. In 1977, America was still using the famous Lincoln Memorial reverse, designed by Frank Gasparo and introduced back in 1959. The 1977 D penny belongs to the Lincoln Memorial series, 1959 to 2008, the copper composition era, pre-1982, a period of extremely large penny production. Before we talk about rarity, let's look at the details of this coin. Coin details: obverse, Abraham Lincoln; reverse, Lincoln Memorial; designer, Frank Gasparo; mint, Denver mint mark; metal, 95% copper, 5% zinc; weight, 3.11 grams; diameter, 19 millimeters. Copper pennies are loved by collectors because newer pennies, after 1982, use mostly zinc, not real copper. Mint production and background: the 1977 D penny was minted at the Denver Mint, one of the largest producers of U.S. coins. Mintage 1977 D. Approximately 4.14 billion coins with more than 4 billion pieces created. This coin is extremely common. Even today, many 1977 D pennies still circulate, but collectors don't just look at volume, they look at errors and condition. In normal condition, the 1977 D penny is not rare. Billions were minted, and lots of them still exist, but some versions can be valuable, depending on mint errors, die variety, strong off-center strikes, high grade. Since your coin is in bad condition, the only way it gains value is if it has an error. This is where things get interesting. Some 1977 D pennies with minting mistakes can bring more value, even heavily worn ones. Off-center strike errors, the most popular error for this year. Value, bad condition. 5 to 10% off. $3 to $10, 20 to 40% off. $10 to $30, 50% plus off. $30 to $70 BIE die break error, a die crack between B and E of Liberty value, bad condition. $3 to $10 broad strike error, coin is misshaped with no raised rim value, bad condition. $8 to $20 clipped planchet error, a curved section missing from the edge value, bad condition. $10, $25 die cut major die break, a dramatic crack or raised blob on the coin value, bad condition. $15 to $40. What is the 1977 D 1 cent coin worth in today's market if it's in bad condition? Regular 1977 D penny value. 1 cent to 5 cents. These coins are extremely common, and worn examples have little collector value. Why so low? High mintage, heavy circulation, copper wear and discoloration reduces desirability. No major rare varieties for this year. Only error coins can bring real money. High grade values. Just for reference, just so you know how much condition matters, MS65 red, uncirculated $8 to $15, MS66 red, $40 to $70, MS67 red, $300 to $500. That's why bad condition coins lose almost all premium value even though it's common. Many collectors still enjoy 1977 D pennies because they're solid copper. They're affordable for beginners. They include fun era varieties. They connect to the historic Memorial series. They are over 45 years old, making them nostalgic. Copper era pennies are always popular in the numismatic hobby. What about future value? Regular worn coins will likely remain at face value. Error coins expected to rise slowly over time. Unique errors always gain interest. High-grade copper coins becoming harder to find. Premiums are increasing. Bad condition coins only increase in value if they have a rare mint error. So is your 1977 D United States 1 cent coin in bad condition rare or valuable for regular coins? The answer is no. They are common and worth only face value, but if your coin has an off-center strike, clipped planchet, BIE error, or a die break, it could be worth $5 to $70 depending on the error. Top for the United States 1975 1 cent coin, also known as the 1975 Lincoln penny. And the big question is, does a 1975 penny in bad condition have any big value in today's rare coin market? Let's find out. The Lincoln 1 cent coin has featured Abraham Lincoln since 1909. In 1975, America was using the Lincoln Memorial Reverse, a design introduced in 1959 by Frank Gasparo. This reverse design lasted until 2008 and is one of the most recognized coin designs in American history. Key historical points: the 1975 penny comes from the copper era, before the U.S. switched to zinc-based pennies in 1982. The 1970s were years of rising copper prices, inflation, and high demand for coins. Billions of pennies were minted each year to keep up with everyday use. The 1975 penny reflects a time when U.S. coins were still made with real copper, giving them metal value and long-lasting durability. Collectors love knowing the details. Here are the specs for the 1975 1 cent coin. Obverse: Abraham Lincoln. Reverse: Lincoln Memorial. Designer: Frank Gasparo. Metal: 95% copper, 5% zinc. Weight: 3.11 grams. Diameter: 19 millimeters. Edge: plain. This copper composition makes the 1975 penny popular in the collector market, but only certain conditions or errors make it valuable. Mint locations and mintage. Now let's talk about where these pennies were made and how many. 1975 penny mint totals: Philadelphia Mint, no mint mark, 5.45 billion. Denver Mint, D mint mark, 4.5 billion. That's a combined total of nearly 10 billion pennies minted in 1 year. Because of this massive production, regular 1975 pennies are not rare, especially in bad condition. Is the 1975 penny rare in general? The 1975 penny is very common. Even in 2025, millions are still in circulation. But rarity does exist when there are mint errors, off-center strikes, die cracks. High-grade examples: unusual varieties. Since your coin is in bad condition, the only way it gains value is if it has a rare error or unique strike issue. Rare and valuable 1975 penny errors. Let's talk about the most valuable 1975 penny errors that collectors pay for, even when the coin is worn or in bad shape. Off-center strike: the most valuable error type for 1975 cents value. Bad condition: 10% off-centered, $5 to $12, 20 to 40% off-centered, $15 to $35, 50% plus off. Centered: $40 to $75. Die crack cut errors: raised bumps or cracks due to damaged minting dies. Value: bad condition, $5 to $20. BI error: a small die break forming a raised line between B and E of Liberty. Value: bad condition, $3 to $10. Clipped planchet: part of the coin's edge is missing. Value: bad condition, $10 to $25. Double die errors: doubling on the date, lettering, or reverse text. Value: bad condition, $5 to $30. These are not common, but they do exist and collectors pay well for them. Regular Market value, bad condition. What's the value of a regular 1975 penny in bad condition? Regular 1975 penny bad condition value. 1 cent to 5 cents. Why so low? Very high mintage, common in circulation. Worn copper pennies have low collector appeal. Most 1975 pennies have no special varieties. These coins only gain value when they have significant errors, high-grade values. For comparison, to understand how important condition is, look at these high-grade auction prices. MS65 red, $8 to $12. MS66 red, $30. $50. MS67 red, $300 to $700 plus. Bad condition coins lose almost all collector premium. Background and why collectors like the 1975 penny. Even though it's common, the 1975 penny remains popular among collectors for several reasons. Why collectors keep these 95% copper composition, part of the classic memorial design, great for beginners, dates from a major economic era. Many error types exist, over 49 years old. In short, the 1975 penny is a fun coin to collect, but not an automatic treasure. What does the future look like for 1975 pennies? Regular worn coins will likely stay at face value. Error coins expected to gain value slowly over time. Rare errors are always in demand. High-grade copper coins becoming harder to find. Prices continue rising year after year. So, is your United States of America 1975 1-cent coin in bad condition valuable? Regular coins, sadly, no. They are worth 1 to 5 cents due to their huge mintage, but if your coin has an off-center strike, a clipped planchet, a double die, a die break, or a BIE error, it could be worth $5 to $75 depending on the error. Top 5. The 1974 United States 1-cent coin. Is it rare? Does it have big value? Even in bad condition, what errors make it worth serious money, and what is the real market value today? Let's explore the full history, background, and collector market of the 1974 Lincoln penny. The Lincoln penny has been in circulation since 1909. And by 1974 it was still one of the most widely used coins in the United States. The reverse design at the time was the classic Lincoln Memorial, created by Frank Gasparo in 1959. This design lasted until 2008 and became one of the longest-running reverse designs in U.S. coin history. Why 1974 is historically special? Copper inflation was rising. U.S. Mint experimented with aluminum pennies. The 1974 aluminum penny became one of the most famous missing coins in U.S. history. Although aluminum pennies never circulated, the year 1974 remains very interesting for collectors. The 1974 penny, however, was made in full copper, but it carries the legacy of one of the most controversial mint experiments ever. Specifications of the 1974 penny. Here are the details. Collectors look for mint mark D. Denver Mint, obverse, Abraham Lincoln reverse, Lincoln Memorial designer, Frank Gasparo. Metal composition, 95% copper, 5% zinc. Weight, 3.11 grams. Diameter, 19 millimeters. These copper pennies are popular because later pennies, after 1982, switched to zinc, making pre-1982 coins more desirable. Mint production and background. 1974 was a huge year for penny production, especially at the Denver Mint. Mintage numbers 1974 approximately 4.2 billion coins minted. This massive number makes the 1974 penny very common, especially in circulated or worn condition. However, certain mint errors can dramatically increase value. The regular 1974 penny is not rare because billions were produced, but certain collectible varieties exist. Since your coin is in bad condition, it only gains meaningful value if it has a mint error, a striking anomaly, a dramatic die break, or rare double die. Without these, it's generally only worth face value. Even bad condition can sell high. This is where the real money can be. Let's look at the valuable errors for 1974 pennies. Off-center strike, one of the most popular error types. Value, bad condition, 5 to 10% off-centered, $5 to $12, 20 to 40% off-centered, $15 to $35 major, 50% plus off-centered, $40 to $90 clipped planchet error, a curved bite missing from the coin. Value, bad condition, $10 to $25 BIE die break error, a small die crack between B and E of Liberty. Value, bad condition, $3 to $10 die cut major die break, a large raised blob or crack caused by a broken die. Value, bad condition, $15 to $40 double die obverse or reverse doubled numbers or letters. Value, bad condition, $10 to $30 broad strike error. Coin is flattened with no rim. Value, bad condition, $8 to $20 market value today, bad condition. Now let's talk about what everyone wants to know. What is the value of a regular 1974 penny in bad condition? Regular 1974 penny in bad condition. Value, 1 cent to 5 cents because of extremely high mintage and heavy circulation. Worn examples have very little collector Demand why the low-value billions made copper where reduces I appeal no major rare varieties for regular coins mint errors are the only valuable pieces and just to see how much condition changes everything. Here are the values in high-grade MS65 red. $8 to $12 MS66 red. $35 to $50 MS67 red. $200 to $400 bad condition coins lose nearly all premium value unless they have an error even though it's common. The 1974 D penny is still very loved by collectors. Reasons collectors keep it: made of solid copper, part of the famous Memorial Series. Historical link to the 1974 aluminum cent. Over 50 years old. Many fun mint errors exist. This combination makes it a staple in every Lincoln penny collection. So what about the future of the 1974 D penny? Regular worn coins will likely stay at face value. Error coins will gain value slowly but steadily. High-grade coins will continue to rise in price as copper coins disappear from circulation. So, is your United States of America 1974 D 1 cent coin in bad condition worth big money for a regular coin? No. It's worth 1 to 5 cents, but if it has an off-center strike, a clipped planchet, a double die, a BIE error, or a die cut, it could be worth $5 to $90 depending on the error. Thanks for watching the Coin Spot. If you want a script about any other US or world coin, comment the year and country below. Don't forget to like, subscribe, and share for more rare coin videos.